Happy Monday, everyone. It is happy, but it is drizzly. That is something that I am absolutely certain of today. It has been the most miserable few weeks. I think there's a storm going on at the moment. I don't know what it's called. It's not like a blustery storm, it's just a wet storm. And there's been a lot of flooding. There's been a lot going on, but that makes me excited because it means I get to wear all my autumnal stuff. And there is nothing like getting to wear your autumnal stuff when you have just done an edit with Karen Millen. I'm so excited. So in this video, we are launching the edit. It is happening. It is going down. The first edit that Karen Millen has ever done with an influencer is launching, and it's with me, and I cannot believe it. Honestly, I cannot deal with the response that I got from you on the video that I did when we were shooting the campaign. I'm like literally out of breath at the moment because it just feels so surreal. I'm still kind of getting over it, but I thought I'd show you one of my favorite pieces that I'm wearing at the moment. This is my Louis Vuitton Vibes skirt that I love. It's got these leather panels on the side and it's this British racing green kind of color, really flattering, super like detailed. I wear it with an oversized knit. This isn't from my collection, but I wear it with the skirt anyway because I think it looks nice, but it also looks nice with a sort of seamless black knit as well. I've got a little vest underneath, but this is how I like wearing it, with like black knee-high boots and a cute handbag. This is definitely one of my favorite pieces from the collection. I'm going to be showing you a few more bits from my edit, which I actually can't believe. I am just so excited. So obviously I just wanted to kind of sit down and debrief from the amazingness. Like, I couldn't deal with the comments on my Instagram post. Your excitement is just, oh my God, it's like you're feeling my excitement for this, which is just amazing. And I'm so glad, so glad that you're excited, because I was worried when we decided not to do the cult beauty box this year. I was so worried because I know that for the last sort of two or 3 years now, 2 years, this would have been the third year that I was doing my cult beauty box in collaboration with them. But as you know, I put those boxes together full of products that I love, and I also like to make sure that it's like a completely well-rounded box, and if I can't do that, it's not going to be something that like I put out into the world. And so it was on the cards, but this year it's just not happening, and I hope that's okay. But I feel like this is just as exciting, and to be able to be moving more into the fashion side of things with my collaborations like this, like when I'm putting my name to something, it has to be exceptional. And so the fact that this was a brand that I've wanted to do this with, I never ever wanted to go and do a collection with a luxury brand. As much as I love buying, I mean, not that I would ever get the chance, but I loved how many of you thought that I was doing an edit with Net-a-Porter, but this is what I would want to do. I wanted to do that mid-tier premium high street brand to work with, so that I was like kind of hitting both areas, because as someone who loves to buy luxury stuff, I also really like to buy mid-tier stuff as well, and I also like to buy high street stuff. But this was something that I was quite passionate about meeting really in the middle for, and so I am just so I can't, my smile, I've not stopped smiling. It has been the most exciting week since that video went live, and just feeling your excitement. I literally opened my phone today to messages being like, we need to know more about this collection. Like, I need to know the price point, I need to know everything. And I'm like, ugh. So I'm gonna be telling you in this video, hopefully, giving you an idea of price point anyway. Hopefully I can just kind of like cha-ching the prices up on screen as and when I'm wearing them. But to be able to have put a collection together of amazing quality, luxury fabrics like leather and cashmere, it is a dream come true. And your excitement around the cashmere is just, I just can't deal. I cannot deal. So this is just my way of saying thank you and just acknowledging, because I obviously know that I've made some changes recently and how we interact online, and I still very much felt your excitement, and I was worried that I would never feel that again, and now I feel it. So it's just been really, really wonderful. And so I can finally let you know that my collection is online, like right now, legit. And I honestly feel like I don't ever want to wear anything else. However, we know that I will, but there are so many pieces that I haven't even had the chance to wear yet because it hasn't actually been cold enough, or it hasn't been the right weather. But like my red coat, the full length, like modern trench vibe coat, that is something that I'm like waiting to wear, and I haven't had the chance to yet. I don't want to take the shearling out in the rain, that's for sure. But I'm going to be showing you a few more pieces from the collection in this video, giving you an in-depth look, because I feel like you need to see the cashmere up close as well. It comes in 3 shades. We have the most beautiful oatmeal biscuit coloured cashmere. Then it also comes in this beautiful powder rose. It comes in a very classic charcoal grey, and it is so soft and so flattering as well. They come nice and high-waisted, so you still get that shape, and you can tuck your little cashmere in there, but also the jumpers can actually be worn not just as loungewear. So anyway, I'm not going to rabbit on about this too much because you want to see it, okay? I get it. You want to see more of what's in it. I did want to say that some of the items that were supposed to be in the curve range, I don't think they've come in yet for the curve range, but some of the items like the trouser suits, oh my gosh, every color of those come in curve. A couple of the jackets, I believe, the knit bodycon dress, oh, that comes in curve as well. And as Karen Millen's curve range grows, I really, really hope to introduce more into the collection from that as well. So fingers crossed, but I hope that you love it, and I hope you enjoy shopping it, and I can't wait to see you guys wearing it. So where have I been? Oh my goodness, I've taken about, how long have I taken? I've taken nearly a week off of vlogging now, and I just had the most chilled weekend, and it's been actually so lovely. Even though the weather's not been that great, it's been lovely. I went down to see family yesterday. I got to see my nonna finally. I tried to explain to her about her 5 minutes of fame on my Instagram account, but she just doesn't understand it. When I was like, yeah, grandma, like 800,000, or nearly 900,000 now, 900,000 people, and she was like, I just don't get it. But we went and saw her, and she's basically, my nonna broke her back during lockdown. Luckily it was one of her vertebrae, and she didn't damage her cord or anything like that, but she has been in a back brace. So I went to visit her. She gets her back brace off next week, fingers crossed. Bless her, we were making fun of her so much. We were like, you look like a community support officer, because it's like this black body suit thing, but it goes around her neck and stuff. Bless her, it's horrible. And if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that my nonna has Alzheimer's as well, and it has sadly reached the point where he is going to be going into a home, and because of COVID, I won't be able to visit him. No one will be able to visit him, sadly. So I was basically going down to say goodbye, but it was so funny. I was like, bye, nonna. He was like, nonna? Who's nonna? Because he thinks that he's 20 years old and doesn't have a granddaughter. So I laugh, but it's sad. It is very sad. But he had the best time talking to Ali. Ali just listened and listened and listened, and he said to Ali before, when we were getting ready to go, he was like, will you come visit me again? I like you. And Ali was like, oh. And then we went to see my mum. So that's kind of all I've really been up to other than working. And this week is set to be a busy week, but not necessarily work-wise, other than the launch would have happened last week. No, it is this week. You'll be watching it on Thursday. But this week is fairly sort of relaxed. I've got a few meetings tomorrow and a podcast to record. And then I am going into London to get my hair done on the Wednesday. We have friends staying with us on Friday, but yeah, it's all very exciting. Everything is kind of buzzing around this day now. So for Thursday, it's all very exciting. So I'm obviously going to be linking all of the items from my edit in the description box down below. If there is anything that you want to know, let me know in the comments down below. I'm not going to put every item in because there's 30 and there will just be, it's just too much to put into one video, and I've already shown you some pieces, you've already seen some sneak peeks, and I'm going to be wearing lots of them. So hopefully when you head over, you'll see them all and you'll see why I kind of picked them and things like that. So I hope that you like it. Anyway, let's get into it. On cue every time. This little one is doing very, very well. Finally we have some good news. She is doing much better, aren't you, Poppet? Hello, excuse me, look at the camera. Oh, you're going, she doesn't like to be on the camera. Looney. Yeah, finally she is showing much more consistent signs of progress. Basically, it was kind of up and down, and now she is just on the mend. She's eating regularly, she's finished her medication, which I'm so happy about because that was really traumatizing. She's done her first, no, she's not done her first one, but she's had like her most consistent normal bowel movements. She's put on so much weight. I feel like today is the first day that you can really feel that she's put on weight. You can't feel her spine anymore. You can't feel her like coccyx bones. I don't know if cats have coccyx. Do cats have coccyx? I can't see it. Do cats have coccyx? I have no idea. But anyway, it's what I would imagine. The cat's coccyx. I can't see it. Anyway, you can't feel her bones anymore, and that's really good. She's just enjoying life, lazing in front of the fire all the time, snuggling up with us, being a noisy moo-moo, and it is wonderful. So that's a little update on her. I'm giving you all of the updates and letting you know everything in this video. Also, you might have heard me talking about it in my other video. I've actually been doing so many things to sort of help me at the moment, but I have been going for acupuncture, I've been having reflexology, I've been having regular massages. I'm still looking for a yoga and meditation teacher that's like an at-home teacher. I'm still looking for that. I don't know if it's something that even exists in this area, I have no idea. But I have been doing so well with my acupuncture. It's actually been life-changing. Like, I feel like I have not shut up about acupuncture. However, I have had my third treatment, and I don't know whether like something was done differently or not, but I do feel a little bit more anxious than I have been feeling. I felt a lot, maybe it's this week though, but I have felt a lot more fluttery since Friday, so I'm not too sure. I have texted her to let her know, so she might say I'll come back in or something like that. But yeah, it is life-changing though, like probably the most life-changing sort of experience that I've had in terms of how I've been feeling recently. Just making life bearable and making life more doable, because, oh, hello. Yeah, making life more, what's the word, copeable, because I've just been feeling very, very overwhelmed, and yeah, it's been a load off my mind. It's been wonderful. Anyway, what are you doing? You coming to look at Mummy's cashmere? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Gorgeous girl. Little gorgeous girl. Hello, my gorgeous. Hello. Just getting out the 2 cashmere sets for you, so you can have a little look. So what are you getting in the cozy cupboard? I'm gonna leave that open because she's got inside. But this is the powder rose set. I'm gonna pop that on and show you what it looks like, but it is just so gorgeous. This is the powder rose set, and this jumper is slightly more oversized, so it's a slightly different shape. It's got a more scooping neckline, but I still tuck it into the trousers, and it's super flattering. But the powder rose is probably one of my favorites. It is just so beautiful, and it's just so my color palette, and again, it is super duper soft. So I am just obsessed with the cashmere pieces. I can't believe that I get to do this and have cashmere in my edit. Yeah, I can't believe it, so I can't stop smiling. This is the sort of oatmeal biscuit coloured set. Again, this is the crew neck with the joggers as well. I'll pop that on for you to see. This is more of a traditional crew neck. So this again is something that you can probably, I mean, you can wear the powder rose one as well, but they are items that you can get like more wear out of. You don't just have to wear it for loungewear, but I just save these for my like very best loungewear pieces. I have actually got a black vest underneath. I would usually have a nude one, but these are the softest. I think I'm going to wear this one this evening, but I am just over the moon. And so if you want to shop any of the cashmere, I'll link it in the description box down below, but I feel very, very snazzy. And then this is the Grey Marl like smoke coloured set as well. So I'm going to try all of those on and show you, because these are like literally the softest and probably the best cashmere sets I have ever had. I'm going to say it. I'm going to go out there and say it, that these are absolutely flawless. And look at this colour palette. I just can't deal. Oh! This is the silvery grey cashmere set, and oh my gosh, it is so cozy. It's gonna be so hard to get changed out of this, but yeah, I wanted these to be super flattering, so they come up really nice and high-waisted, so they cinch you in at the waist, but still the most perfect cashmere. I always get so many questions about how I take care of my cashmere. Well, I should let you know that over the years I have ruined a lot of cashmere, sadly. However, I now have a washing machine that has a very, very special, delicate setting that you could put in a rose and it would still come out as a full rose, apparently. And I am using those settings, very, very gentle, for washing my cashmere. But I am also trying to be super careful, especially with these sets, that I'm not wearing them when I've got fake tan on, or I'm not wearing them when I'm doing anything like dirty. So these are just purely for lounging in the evenings and nothing else. I won't be cleaning my house in this cashmere, that is for sure, because this is my own special cashmere. I love it. It is just perfect, and the crew neck is so flattering, and obviously you can wear these with skirts or with trousers as well. They double up super well as just an everyday cashmere jumper. You don't just have to wear it as loungewear, and I think that having a good basic in cashmere is so important in the winter. Someone has made her bed inside the cozy cupboard. You beautiful little thing. Look at you. Having a little bath on my clothes. I just thought I would show you this set on with the boots because it is just gorgeous. It gives me like Scottish Highland vibes, but a little bit more with a fashion vibe. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think green is my favourite colour at the moment. One item that I haven't had the chance to show you yet, which I think is an absolute hero piece. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, when I lived at my old house, I had a black Karen Millen like puffer coat, and I wore it pretty much solidly for like, oh gosh, how long? Like 2 or 3 years going to and from the gym, and Carrie had the same one, and we used to get up and go to the gym early in the morning, especially around my wedding, and we would wear those coats. And I think I wore mine so much that eventually after a few years it like, I think the zip broke on it or something, and I loved it and I was so sad to see it go. So I knew that I wanted to include something that was a little bit more practical in this edit. I love being outdoors now. I've started really getting into going outside and being outdoors and walking and gardening, and a practical coat that is beautiful and practical and functional is so important. So I wanted this, the moment that I saw it, I was like, it's an absolute no-brainer, and I love that it has the champagne gold detailing to it. So this is slightly longer than the one that I had a few years ago, but just as beautiful. Like, this is such a great work coat or everyday coat, like if you're going for dog walks, a gym coat, if you want to look nice leaving the gym, especially for this time of year. Like, we obviously got married in winter, so that was why I was wearing a very warm coat. I know that not everyone gets married in winter, but I still work out and I go for runs most mornings. Obviously, I'm not going to wear this running. Oh my goodness, look how gorgeous. Look how gorgeous. Oh, it's faux fur, obviously, but it's so thick and fluffy that it just looks real, and it's it looks so much more luxurious if it has this full hood. Obviously it's cinched in at the waist, so it's super flattering, and you can always swap out belts like this as well. I could easily put my Alexander McQueen belt with this. It's got 2 pockets, a hood. It is super warm, and I loved this sort of champagne colour to the fabric. So it's not white, it's like a sort of blushy, there's like definitely some pink undertones to it, but it's so subtle, but I love it. Oh, and it looks so good with these boots as well. This is gonna be so good for, like, I don't know, is it gonna be like bonfire nights and things like that? Because it's out, oh no, you can't, because it's only of 6 people. Well, we might have a little 6 people gathering for fireworks at ours or something. Oh no, we don't do fireworks either. Okay, so this is just going to be good for being outside or going to work, because that's all we're going to be doing in 2020. But a good practical coat. I know that people might not be buying new things, but in terms of like fashion and stuff, but this is like a practical one. So yeah, I hope that you like this, because I just, when I saw it, I was like, that is such a me type of smart but warm coat. I've just popped on the skirt with one of my basics from the edit. This is a ribbed black, almost 3/4 sleeve t-shirt, and it's tucked into the skirt, and I think that this is, again, so classic, so beautiful, and so like nicely fitted. I have been buying Karen Millen ribbed knits for years. I've got loads in my knitwear cupboard at the moment because they fit so perfectly. They've got a really nice elasticity to them, so it makes them really form-fitting. Great for layering them under pieces, because what I wanted to show you was some other bits, but my jumper that I was wearing was way too thick. So I'm going to show you some classic pieces that I feel like you can't go wrong with. I've not really followed any kind of trend with this edit. I've wanted to really put together an edit of classic pieces. Some of them have a more modern twist, like the trench coats with the shearling paneling. That's a much more modern twist to a classic, but it's not going to date. It's such a classic silhouette, it's perfect. But one thing I couldn't leave out was this blazer. For years, people have been asking me for a good Balmain dupe, and I think that I have it for you right here. This is the black version, and such a beautifully fitted, I don't even think you'd be able to tell the difference. It fits almost identical, slightly less padded on the shoulders, but the cut is, I feel like I look like a horse rider at the moment, but the cut of this is perfection, absolute perfection. I'm so in love with this. It is such a classic piece. The buttons are perfect, perfect gold finish, and just such a good jacket to have for winter, because I literally wear mine so much, and I really wanted to put together a sort of very beautiful dupe, and I think that we've done that, so I'm so happy with this. It also comes in a really beautiful caramel colour as well, but I also wanted to introduce you to a beautiful leather biker jacket. This is the most insane quality. This feels like acne, I can't believe it. It is so well made, it is so thick that it is perfect for this time of year. And I just cannot deal, and I love how the texture of this jacket contrasts with the really polished metal, so it's feels very distressed but still classic. Oh my goodness, look at this. It is such an incredible fit, and oh, I can't get over it. It is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. And like I said, this is leather, it's amazing quality. The thickness of this is stunning. It's one of those items that's gonna last and last and last in your wardrobe. It's not gonna date. This is a classic piece. Everyone should have a good leather or faux leather jacket in their sort of wardrobe arsenal. And this is just gorgeous. If you saw my recent purchase from Tod's, you will have realized that I screwed up majorly, because this is so much nicer. This collar is stunning, and I love the detail that is on this. It is just absolutely, I just can't deal with how amazing quality this is. The most beautiful butterscotch colour, and I always like to push the sleeves up on coats like this, but obviously as it gets colder you can roll them down. This over an all black outfit with a black bag like this for work. I know that lots of us are back at work now. This really is the ultimate when it comes to smart, well tailored, good quality outerwear, and that is literally what Karen Millen do, so I'm just over the moon with this. I believe that this one comes in curve as well, so this is just such a gorgeous piece. This is, oh my god, I just can't stop. This is a beautiful knitted 3/4 sleeve t-shirt dress style. Great for layering. This is something that you could pop the balmain jacket or the leather jacket over the top of. I love the colours of this. They are so classic, and the shape of it, this silhouetting is so flattering. It's like one of those illusion style dresses. So all of the eye is brought inwards by this black panel and these beige panels down the side, almost like just create the most perfect silhouette. I love it. And I love these panels at the top as well. Super comfortable, great for work, really sort of chic and comfortable mainly, but this is one that I've had on my shelf and I'm like, oh my god, I need to wear it. So I think I might wear this later on in the week when I have to go to London. But it is just gorgeous, and it's also stretchy, so it's going to continue to cling to you and look gorgeous. Oh my god, I'm so happy. It also has kind of like 70s vibes, which I love. You alright in there, my love? You okay? Yeah. Seeing as we're talking all things autumnal as well, I have to tell you about this fragrance. I'm not actually working on this particular one this year, but I wish I was, because oh, it is so hard in the mornings to choose between my usual amber musk and this one, which is Ambrette de Noir, and it is just unreal. I feel like every time Erin releases a fragrance, I'm like, oh gosh, this is like my new amber musk. I can't even begin to tell you. It's deep, almost like a little bit chocolatey. It's probably not at all, but that's what my nose is picking up. Strength-wise, it reminds me, not fragrance-wise, because I actually can't wear Tom Ford Black Orchid, but strength-wise, it's like the same sort of intensity of fragrance without it being too heady, but sweet, deep, very cozy sort of fragrance. I'm terrible, I'm absolutely terrible at describing fragrances, but if you love amber musk and you want to maybe have a little bit of a switch up this season, I'm just sort of alternating between the two. Definitely like, oh, I can't even, wait, I'm gonna get up what's in it. So to give you the information from the Estee Lauder website, Ambrette de Noir, a sumptuous, I can't even say it, a sumptuous infusion of hand-picked rose petals paired with notes of freesia, orange flower, jasmine, and white peony. This enigmatic blend is infused with an Erin exclusive co-distillation of rare, precious musk like Ambrette seed with rich tonka absolu, vanilla bourbon, and cedarwood add a seductive dimension, while ambrox further accentuates a captivating warmth and refinement. I mean, it's a mouthful, but the fragrance itself, it settles into the most beautiful, beautiful fragrance. This is not an ad for them, by the way. You know I am completely and utterly obsessed with their fragrances. I love the fact that they are completely seasonal and they just evoke their own memories and totally hone into the magic of the seasons that I love. It's why I love living in England. It's why I love the seasonal changes and pairing my fragrances, much like I pair my home fragrances to the season. That's why I love these so much, and Erin fragrances are by far the most unique. Like, I never ever smell it on anyone, and so I just wanted to tell you about it because I love it. I think that Ali is working out in the garden today. I believe he's vlogging as well. I keep wanting to close this cupboard and I cannot close this little one in the cupboard, but he is working in the garden. garden at the moment. I think he's leveling out my beds at the kitchen garden as well. Also, my cauliflowers have sprouted. We haven't had any new sprouts for a while. We lost our sproutlings for a while, didn't we? I felt like I lost my sprout. But the guys are out there now. He's got his two little musketeers helping him again. Aaron, our gardener, and his little apprentice. Levelling out the beds because I did not want to pay to have the whole ground levelled. So they bought special feet and they are making the magic happen out here. I can't wait to stain these beds. But it's actually been so wet that I thought that maybe it would be a bad idea to stain them when it's wet. I've also, oh my gosh, I haven't even told you. Have I told you? I haven't even told you. I have paid the deposit on my greenhouse. I paid it last Monday. I am so excited for this. You don't even realise I'm gonna be having coffees out there. I actually need to find a beautiful like bistro set to go in there, or like an old antique table of some sort. Oh, I'm just so excited. You have no idea. My little sproutling dreams are going to be coming true. I've got a few things that I actually need to plant as well before. Oh, that reminds me. I need to deliver this to my husband because he needs to build my veg truck greenhouse, which is my greenhouse in the meantime until my actual greenhouse arrives. It needs to go over my veg truck so that things start to grow a little bit more, because I think that the growth has been stunted on some of my carrots. So I'm going to see if this will give a few more months to their growth. You put a plastic bag over your camera?
Your camera, yeah.
You can build it for me, yeah?
You're lucky today, yeah.
Huh?
You're lucky today.
Oh, it's literally just some poles. Still haven't found my pots for this area yet. I still need to get some other big pots. So these carrots are thriving, but these ones are still quite little. So we need to stick them into the greenhouse. And then here, these little guys are my cauliflowers. So once the beds are in with soil, I'm going to take these little guys out and plant them much further apart in the beds, because they're going to need a lot more space than this bed here. But I'm very excited. These are ones that grow through the winter, and you can harvest them later on in the spring, I believe. Not sure if you can see them, but they are my little squirrels working away down there on tonight's video. Such good eggs. You gonna go help them? You go help them. I've just been stood out there in the garden with them. Hello! I love it when you greet me when I come home. You are so noisy today. You are so noisy. Do you want some food? Come on then. It is absolutely freezing and I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. So I am putting on one of my cashmere sets right now, because I don't mind that it's 4 o'clock. The girls are leaving in an hour and I want to get my bottom in front of the fire. So it is cashmere time. I have already lit the fire. I can't believe how quickly it is getting dark. It won't look that dark when I'm putting the camera out here now because I'm inside, but it is getting so dark. It is unbelievable. Ali is still outside. He's still working on the beds. I'm going to pop out and give him a little visit. I think I'm going to make dinner tonight. I'd love to make risotto, but I don't know what I've got in the fridge. But I know if I make risotto, it will make Ali so happy. Yeah, it is freezing today, and it's really not freezing. It's me being extra, because I really like to be extra. But yeah, it's really cold today. It's so windy. I was walking around the house and my hands were just like ice. So I knew that I was going to sit down, respond to comments on my YouTube videos and light the fire. So I'm going to stick a few more logs on there, and then I'm going to pop out and just check on Ali and see how he's getting on. I'm listening to Classic FM. I'm out in the garden. Oh, it looks like it could be daylight out here, but it's not. We have some progress, and I feel like we've taken 3 steps forward, and I'd say we've taken 2 steps back. Bless them. They have been out here. We are basically taking the shortcut with these beds, by the way, because we are saving money where we can. Dream greenhouses do not happen by being frivolous with your budget. So we are not levelling out this entire area. We are just levelling out the beds and then putting soil up to it. However, what we've realised has happened is someone, neither of us, has moved one of the sleepers that was carefully marking out where the greenhouse was going to be and where the porch on the greenhouse was going to be. We've not realised that someone has moved it. It was you, wasn't it?
It wasn't, it's just horribly blue.
Horribly blue?
Yeah,
it's because it's dark. He's livid.
I'm not livid.
He's livid.
I'm not livid. Why are you wearing my life?
Someone has moved one of the sleepers that was marking out where the porch went, and when they've put the beds down, nobody has realised. And so when they've come back today to start digging out the beds, they've just done them to where they were placed, which was here. This sleeper, someone had put it on the other side of the marker point there. And we have special sort of measurements. So we've got a metre here in front of the greenhouse, and from way back here, oh my gosh, it's so scary. So if you look down here, it's so visible on here. I wonder if you've been filming from there, whether they've realised that you've been doing it on the wonk.
Yeah, could have been.
So if you can see down there, all of these beds here are over to one side.
By 10 centimetres.
By 10 centimetres. So
It looks more than... Oh, no.
That's because you've moved that bed down there. Yeah. It's this bed here that is still too far. Still, when you look down, that looks like more though.
No, it's because it's an illusion, because the bottom 2 on the right are pushed back to the side, because digging out, you can see the white patches on the floor where the bed's going.
Yeah, but that does still look really wide. I think you'll need to measure it just to make sure. But anyway, on the wonk. And they've dug out all of these holes and staked the bed up really nice and high, and we're going to put obviously soil up to here and underneath and pack it all out, but that hole's got to go. This bed though, this is pleasing me. This bed looks great. I was worried they were a little bit too high, so seeing them dug into the ground makes me a lot happier, because they're a much better height for reaching into the bed and accessing my veggies. But Mr. Millen Gordon has just assured me that not this Friday, but next Friday, I will have soil in my beds. So, he says I'll have soil in my pants if I'm not careful. But that is, you've had his word. You've had his word on that. So, I can then transport my cabbages and plant my beans ready for the spring. This is how the veg truck is looking at the moment. This is going to be quite exciting, because I'm going to have to like open it up to check on the veggies rather than just peering down the rest of the house. But it's very, very, very exciting. How lovely is that colour of that tree gone?
I know, yeah, I thought that very autumnal.
Makes me want to
Like
chop it off and
peachy.
it makes me want to chop it off and put it in the living room.
Me and Gramps grew that.
Did you? That's the one thing I don't like about the trees around here, is that they don't go orange. They just...
Yeah, they don't, do they?
No. And so I really wanted to get some
the
trees.
oak tree does, my love.
No, it doesn't. It really, yeah, Pinky promise it doesn't. None of them do. Okay, I am now in the kitchen. I'm going to make us a very, very naughty, cheesy risotto for dinner. Just in my Thermomix. I honestly find this the nicest way to make risotto, because I cannot be bothered to be hunched over a pan stirring it for God knows how long. So you literally just throw in all of the ingredients and it just makes it, and it's perfect every time. We actually had one of Ali's friends, we paid for him to come and cook us dinner for an evening at the weekend, and he saw my Thermomix and he was like, that is literally a kitchen essential. And I was like, I know, it is expensive, I get that, but for me it has made like throwing together a lovely meal really lovely and like possible. So anyway, I'm gonna make us some cheesy risotto and get cracking, as long as I have all of the ingredients though. So I always get the Cookie Do app on my phone before I begin cooking, and I save the recipe to cook today, like so. But first of all, I check whether I've got all of the ingredients. So I have no shallots, but I do have an onion, and I always do it with an onion because I never have shallots, so I just do it with a little half or a quarter of an onion, Parmesan cheese. Do we have the Parmesan cheese? Yes, we have a whole slice of Parmesan cheese. Extra virgin olive oil. We keep up here. Unsalted butter diced. I always just use our dairy-free butter alternative. Risotto rice. Always down here. Dry white wine. I have this dry white wine behind here, which, yeah, not my type of wine, so I use that for cooking. Water, stock cube, sea salt. That's my salt mill. And stock cubes. Other than the water, that is everything. So I'll start cutting things up and getting it ready to go into the Thermomix. Dinner is on the table. This was the just cheese risotto recipe. However, I didn't actually like it that much. There's this one bit of kit with the Thermomix that I just can't get the hang of using. It's this. Whenever I use it, the recipe doesn't go to plan. I think I need to have another like training session with it. But whenever I put it on, the water doesn't evaporate enough. If you've got any like tips for using that, I don't know what it's called, I can't remember. If it's in a recipe, which I didn't know it was in this one because it's not usually in the other risotto recipes, it never works. Literally never works. And so I think that the rice is slightly overcooked because I had to cook it for longer because there was still some water left over. Annoying, but it is what it is. Now we shall sit and wait for Mr. Millen Gordon to join us. And just like that, it's like nothing happened. I'm actually getting quite good at tidying up as I go with cooking, learning from the best who speaks mumbled on my channel. We are now going to get into bed and watch David Attenborough. Regular viewers of my programme, this one, will know that I'm not actually a big fan of David Attenborough's programmes. I'm a fan of him, but I don't enjoy watching animals
getting killed.
No.
Let's put it bluntly.
No, I don't. So
you don't like the reality of.
No.
But do you know what? This is less about animals.
I bet you there'll be some death in there.
Yeah, this is less animals on animals. This is more humans who are
humans on animals.
Far worse. It's on the planet.
Okay.
It's the destruction that we call.
The destruction of our planet and the animals.
The luxuries that we have, such as leaving lights on.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So we're gonna.
Doing our bit.
Anyway, we're gonna snug. Oh, I need to get my pinny off as well. It's still very dark in here. Has Lumi gone out again? Oh, Lumi's been driving us mad this evening. She goes out. She's just. That cat is honestly just taking the piss out of us constantly. She's like, what stupid shit can I make them do this evening to show me that they love me? I am going to go out of my cat flap. I'm going to do a couple of laps around the house, and then I'm going to come in. I'm going to meow at the door, not come in through my cat flap. And I'm going to do that multiple times whilst they're eating dinner, just to disturb them. That is what she likes to do.
She does, and she does it very well.
She does.